So, in my last video, I claimed I had no plans on reading Twilight, nor watching the movie. But, a friend of mine sent me a scan of a single page, and I can't help myself from making this video. I can honestly say, oh dear God. People have always told me it was written like a fan fiction, but I didn't think it was this bad. This is something I would see on fanfiction.net. Let me actually read it for you. Let me just open it. Chapter 13, Confessions, page 260. Edward in the sunlight was shocking. I couldn't get used to it, though I'd been staring at him all afternoon. His skin, white despite the faint flush from yesterday's hunting trip, literally sparkled, like thousands of tiny diamonds were embedded in the surface. He lay perfectly still in the grass, his shirt open over his sculpted, incandescent chest, his scintillating arms bare. His glistening, pale lavender lids were shut, though of course he didn't sleep. A perfect statue, carved in some unknown stone, smooth like marble, glittering like crystal. Now and then his lips would move, so fast it looked like they were trembling. But, when I asked him, he told me that he was singing to himself. It was too low for me to hear. Something interesting about that. There are 69 words in the first paragraph, 18 of which are adjectives/adverbs, 5 of which are synonyms for the same word. Guess what it is? Sparkling. How about this quote? "Aren't you hungry?" he asked, distracted. No, I didn't feel like mentioning that my stomach was already full of butterflies. Now what I find funny is that Stephen King, for the most part, agrees. A direct quote. Both Rowling and Mayer, they're speaking directly to young people, he says. The real difference is that Joe Rowling is a terrific writer, and Stephanie Meyer can't write worth a darn. She's not very good. At first, I thought he was just over-exaggerating, but now I can see it. And actually, I found some interesting facts about the book. I got these from a site that's dedicated to pointing out Twilight's flaws, and just how shallow it really is. I'm sure most of it is just blah blah blah, Twilight sucks, my girlfriend hates me. But I have found some posts analyzing the hell out of it, and here are some things I took from it. I won't read the numbers, but I'll have it in the video, because that would take too long otherwise. Bella constantly mentions the following things when talking about Edward. Face, voice, eyes, movement, smile, teeth, muscles, skin. Note that this only accounts of Edward's skin being beautiful. They didn't count references to it as pale, cold, or white. If they had, this number would be about 10 times larger, according to them. Iron strength or limbs, breath, scent, laughter, chest. Personality is, apparently, never listed, or even notioned to. She also describes him using the following words: hard, angel, cold, perfect, white, soft, beautiful, cool, pale, stone, marble, dazzling, wry, statue, flawless, godlike, Adonis. These are just for the first book alone. And don't give me that, it's fantasy. It doesn't need to be realistic. You can still have realistic characters, a realistic world, or a realistic plot within a fantasy book. You know what my opinion is? And many others actually, which is why this was brought to my attention. Harry Potter has a better developed romantic subplot than this book. Seriously. And that ends this one, because I felt the need to point out these little tidbits, because I found it hilarious. On a lighter note, more Shin Megami Tensei soon, though maybe not until next week. Resident Evil 5 and all.